Namaste, everyone. I am Kanika, head of brand at Myyogateacher. A very, very warm welcome to all of you to our Mother's Day special yoga event. Thank you so much for joining us today. As the daughter of a wonderful mother and now a mother of two young children myself, I am in constant awe of how miraculous female bodies are and how much we do to take care of everyone around us. At the same time, I am conscious of the lack of me time we often get and of our unmet health needs, especially as we progress through different stages of our lives, from puberty to motherhood and onwards towards premenopause and menopause. At Myyogateacher, we are on a mission to help everyone start their health and well-being journey. That is why we offer live and personalized one-on-one yoga sessions that are 100% tailored for your individual fitness and health needs. Of course, we also have live group classes for people with similar needs or goals across different styles of yoga, from hatha to vinyasa. As you know, more than anyone else, mothers are the backbone of any society. So this Mother's Day, we wanted to make sure you actually take time out for yourself and indulge in a yoga session that is tailored for mothers. On that note, I am thrilled to introduce you to our much loved women health yoga experts, Annalise Pierce and Varsha Kanchandani. Annalise, after wearing corporate suits for 17 plus years, stumbled upon yoga to fix her gut and hormonal issues. Overjoyed with the results, Annalise decided to take up yoga teacher's training in 2016 to improve her own practice and benefit others. A yin yoga specialist, Annalise is an expert in using yoga to heal hormonal health issues, improve gut health, build a flexible body, and a calm, peaceful mind. Moving on to Varsha. Yoga rescued Varsha during a difficult time in her own life in 2014. Now, a decade later, Varsha has been practicing for 10 years and teaching for over 7 years. Varsha likes to teach an integrated style of yoga, offering a mix of hatha, vinyasa, ashtanga, and even yin yoga to improve core and back, strength and flexibility of the body, and works with our members to constantly challenge their bodies as they evolve their practice in a yin-yang manner. She also leads pranayams and mindful meditations for calming and strengthening the mind. Today, Annalise will lead the session, guide you through the benefits of all asanas you will be doing, along with the breathwork instructions, while Varsha will very kindly demonstrate all the asanas so you can follow the same at ease. I want to make a few very important announcements before I hand over to Annalise. Bear with me for just one more minute. First of all, I must acknowledge that many of us might be missing our moms today. Please know we hold space for them as we do this session today. We have women in all seasons of their lives with us. So if you cannot sit on the floor, feel free to sit on your sofa, keep a bolster or a couple of cushions handy to support you through the session. We'd love to see you on camera so our instructors can guide you to adapt your pose for your body. However, if you do not wish to have your camera on, that's absolutely fine. At any stage during the session, if you have any questions, please share them on the chat feature of the call. Annalise and Varsha would answer all questions at the end of the session. And if your question needs immediate answer, keeping in mind your health condition or anything else or life stage, my wonderful colleagues Ani and Sindhu would be able to guide you immediately on the chat. After the event, you will receive a free recording of today's event, so you can repeat the beneficial asanas for your at-home workouts. As a thank you for all those who are attending this session today, this is for our non-members, much loved members. We are also offering you a free trial of our services, which includes 2 private one-on-one yoga sessions and unlimited access to 35 plus daily group classes for the next 14 days. My colleague Purnima, who's our head of care, and her colleagues would be happy to help you towards the end of the session to maximize your trial with us and answer any questions you may have about our one-on-one sessions, group classes, or membership. Last but not the least, the men and children in your life are most welcome too. if they'd like to join in some relaxing yoga today. Our much loved CEO Jitendra Gupta and our events lead Anirudh Harish are here too to celebrate Mother's Day with all of us. On that note, I hand it over to you, Annalise.
Everyone, I'm so thrilled to see so many mothers here today. And as Kanika said, it's so important that we as moms invest in ourselves. And what we've designed for us today is to leave you with a few hacks so that you can do this on your own. By focusing on calming the mind, who doesn't need it? Whether you're a brand new mom or mom to be, mom of adult children or children or teenagers, calming the mind. So we've got a couple of hacks for that. We've got a few poses that will help you balance your hormones. We're focusing primarily on the thyroid, on your pituitary, which is, of course, the master hormone, and, of course, the pancreas. And then we're also looking for you to learn to strengthen your back and your core in the most gentle way. So, those are the three areas that we decided to zero in on. And as Kanika said again, I will talk you through the shapes and the poses and the breath work, and Varsha will demo for us. So I highly recommend you watch the demo and then decide which of the options you want to take for yourself. And I would suggest maybe keep as many props as you can beside you. So if you have pillows, cushions, bolsters, I laugh when I tell the group, even a kitchen sink will do. But primarily today, you would need maybe your couch, your chair, or your wall. So, stay close to any of those. And I'm going to give you a couple of options. So let your body actually guide you. Let your breath guide you. You will know if the pose is right for you or not. And if this is your first yoga class ever, trust me, there is a yoga for you. So you will find something that really just sits with your spirit. The biggest takeaway I hope you take from this is something that I learned from Varsha, which was when she was hosting her Wabi Sabi workshop. The fact that you want to embrace the imperfections of change, because we're constantly moving through so many different seasons of our lives. So without, any more jibber jabber, we're looking at centering first. So we're looking to place our hand, our finger, on what we call the heart 7 point. So Marsha's going to come really close to the screen, so you can see where this heart 7 point is. Once we place our finger, the index finger or your thumb, use the left hand primarily. So it's in the crease of the wrist, in line with the little finger. Yeah, Varsha. Right there, you'll find a little bit of a tender spot in line with the little finger. It's in the crease of the wrist. Once you find that spot, relax your hand and gently massage into it. And Migali, some acupressure points are contraindicated in pregnancy, but this one is a good, soft, gentle, easy one. It actually helps, work with anxiety, with stress. It helps with insomnia as well. So once we start to settle ourselves down, whether you're sitting or lying down, just watch your breath. Watch your breath just as it is. Making no effort to change anything. Notice your body breathing all by itself. Releasing your pressure on the point, relaxing both your hands now, continuing to watch your breath. If your mind wanders, come back to the breath. You're judging nothing, you're just noticing. Lina, you can release and relax the hand now. Just relax, yeah. And just keep watching the breath. Very slowly now, as you begin to exhale, blow out through pursed lips as if you're blowing out through a straw. So again, you'll notice Varsha inhaling gently and then exhaling out long and slow. Exhaling long and slow, breathing in gently, filling up the sides of your ribs. Exhaling long and slow. This is the quickest way to calm your system down. So if any time of the, if at any time you feel anxious, work on your heart 7 point, gentle massage over there, and then exhale long and slow and blow out through pursed lips. That's one of the biggest hacks we could leave with you. Honestly believe our breath is our best teacher. Now coming back to the room that we share together. I've been going through the screens and there's so many lovely people here. I see Komal's mom here and I'm so happy to have you here. And the boys from Myyogateacher are here too. Thank you. Big hearts, Kanika. So Varsha is now going to show us something that's going to be really pivotal for every one of us. And this is good for the boys as well, right? Now, when we talk about pelvic strength, when we talk about core strength, we often tend to forget how, or where these core muscles are and what one needs to do to be able to strengthen them. And they're in the back. So what Varsha is going to show you is something it's so simple. It's called the pelvic tilt. And she's going to exaggerate it a little bit today. So you see the movement and you might also want to exaggerate it in your own body till you get the hang of it. She's showing it to us first in a kneeling position. This is not from where we're going to take it, but just to show you what we're talking about. Now, when you look at a pelvic tilt, this is the neutral spine that you can see that Varsha's right now demonstrating. Right? The natural curve in her lower back. So you see her fingers on the hips. The fingers are pointing down. But when she does a little pelvic tilt, she's tilting the hips in a way that the tailbone starts to move down and her hands move upward. Can you see that? What you're looking at right now is Varsha. She's only kneeling to show you. This is her neutral, natural curve in the lower back, right? Now, when you want to engage your core muscles in the abdomen, you want to flatten the back slightly. And when you do, your tailbone moves down. Tailbone moves down. And when she's going to place her hands on her hips, you'll also notice in the neutral position, the hands move because the hips tilt forward. Now they're tilting back. Now they're tilting forward. So this is a pelvic tilt. This is like what you do in your cat and cow. This is what you can do sitting in cat and cow or on a tabletop. But what we're going to do is take you onto the floor or your couch to practice doing this, and you'll feel it in your body. It's such a gentle way to actually engage the abdominal muscles. Right? So we're starting with you lying down on your mat, and I Geeta, you've moved to your couch. Yeah. If you're doing it in a chair, we're doing cat and cow as well. So if you notice now, when you lie down, bend your knees, place your feet flat on your couch or on your mat, and look for that natural curve in your lower back. So maybe you want to move your hand under to feel that natural space that you have in your spine. Now, without tightening the buttocks, you're moving your back down towards the floor. You notice again, Varsha is doing a very exaggerated version for us, where she's now moved the back down, so there's no space between the mat and her back. And she's already feeling it in the abdomen. So explore that in your body. Exaggerate it if you need, go slow if you need, but do it with your breath. Lolita, you okay? Yeah. It might be a very subtle movement, that I cannot see from where I am. You will experience it in your body. So bring your back down to the mat. And you'll also feel the pelvis tilt. And as you release the back of the exhale, you'll find the muscles relax. So this is the most gentle way. And why do we need this? We need strength and we need flexibility. And depending again on where we are, in which season of our life, or what time of the month we're in, we'll need different approaches to, again, strengthening our back and our core. So when we looked at this practice today, we looked at ways in which, we could make this practice accessible to almost all of our bodies at any time of the month. Just a couple more pelvic tilts here. Keep your hips on the ground. Keep your hips on the ground. Your back meets and then releases, meets and then releases. Release the buttocks, release any tension in the glutes. Suzanne, I love your baby there. Our favorite students are our pets. Sorry. He's so cute. She's so cute. And release. Now, Varsha is going to give you just one more area, to focus on it. It's slightly higher part of the abdomen, and this is again only if it's available to your body today. It's a bit of it feels like a bit of a crunch. So Meghali, maybe you want to stay with the first pelvic tilt that we've been practicing. She's lifting her chest now, and only the chest, the head follows, but it's not a strain in the neck or in the shoulders. So her back is still relaxed, but her chest is lifting. So you might feel that the muscles of both the lower and the upper abdomen kind of come together. And remember to breathe all the while you do this. Lovely, lovely, everybody. It's not a gripping, it's not a tightening of the core. And relax, everybody. Nice Amrit. Just relax now. Release your legs, release your hands. So if you were sitting in a chair, I'm hoping you were able to still feel the tucking of the tailbone in and back, just like you're doing the seated cat and cow. Everybody all right with pelvic tilts? So this was hack number 2. Lovely. Lovely. Now for the dreaded squat, which we have again, modified and made accessible because, as Kanika, Ani, Sindhu, Varsha and I were sitting together, we wanted to make sure that we were giving you something that you could do. Some days of the month you might do a full-on squat. Some days of the month your body might just not feel like going there. So it's again about us being able to accept where you are or where we are at that particular time of our life. So 2 options to do your squat. One is against the wall, and one is the complete, a malasana, which is a yoga pose called the garland pose. So again, watch what Varsha shows us, and then you decide which one you want. You can even do this on your chair. You can do this up against the wall. So we'll start with the wall, and then Varsha will take us further down. The reason we've chosen this particular pose amongst all of the other poses is because it's great for our hormones. It's great for circulation in the hips. It opens and eases out the back. It's awesome for people suffering with PCOD. It's good for your legs, for strengthening your quads, ankle strength. And also as you age, perimenopause, menopausal women, there could be a tendency to hemorrhoids. Or even this is also a great pose for you if you're dealing with constipation or incontinence, urinary incontinence. Yeah. So keep these in mind. See, and as I walk you through this, I'll also get you to pay attention to not just the abdominal work that we did earlier, but now we're introducing a little bit more work in the pelvis, in the pelvic floor. So Varsha's leaning against the wall to a place where she can comfortably rest her buttocks and her lower back. And now she's going to be sliding down using the wall as support. Stretching out the knees to a point where again the knees don't feel stressed. So all she's looking for here is gentle opening in the hip, strength in the thighs, and she's gently drawing up. She's gently drawing up her pelvic floor. And on the exhale, releasing. Inhaling, lifting up the pelvic floor. Exhaling, releasing. Even here, you'll notice that if she tucks her tailbone under, just like she did in the pelvic tilt, it also engages the same core muscles that we worked on earlier. So y'all are welcome to stay here. You're welcome to come to the edge of your chair and keep the hips open, because that again is our target area. Or come straight down towards the floor for a garland pose, for the Malasana. Right down into squat. You can even sit on blocks if you have any blocks handy, or cushions or pillows. And one pose is not better than the other, right? So explore it in your body to see what feels right for you. Now, when you're sitting down completely, like you see Varsha doing, you might want to put something under the heels if your feet are not completely, grounded. So you want to feel all four corners of your feet on the mat. See if you're tilting, if your heels in, or your arches of your feet are, kind of coming inward. Plant the outside of the feet down. Use your hands to move the knees away. And now continue to engage that core muscle, pelvic floor coming in on the inhale. Nice. And relaxing on the exhale. Nice, Sigya. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. A couple of breaths here. Everyone, just pick the one that feels right for you. So if you're at the edge of your couch or edge of a chair, you're looking for that space here and a bit of strength. Use support if you're, pregnant. Again, a very, very good pose for your body. Couple of breaths more. So lovely to see you, Barbara. Coming out gently, relax. Teresa, that okay? So what was our focus area here? One is, to improve circulation in the hip, but you're also working on strength in the pelvic floor. So you want to be able to engage the thighs. You want to round down through the hips, lift up through, the perineum. So that's again the secret sauce there, because the core actually begins in the bottom of your feet. So the more you work with your balance, the more you work with the inside, of the legs, the engagement in the inside of the legs, you are activating your core muscles. Interesting tidbit there, right, Jenna? Yeah. So there's just so much, fun stuff one can learn in their journey in yoga. It doesn't have to be one particular style of yoga. With our platform, we as teachers are like spoiled rotten because we get to explore everybody else's styles as well. And that's what we want for you all to also know exists, different styles that will be a form of yoga that will give you both strength and flexibility. So we're now moving into a little bit of a yin experience. So in yin, Cynthia, you're already there. We're looking at doing the butterfly. So butterfly again, you can do up against the wall. You can prop yourself up, sit your back against the wall. Maybe you put a cushion between you and the wall, or you sit on your cushion so you get a little bit more leverage in the hips. Now, there's a couple of things here to pay attention to. So if you are on your cycle or just almost there, right? If you're on your cycle or if you're pregnant, there is already a fair amount of this hormone that relaxes these tissues here. So you don't want to go too deep or too intense into the butterfly. Whereas if you're not on your cycle, this can be a really good pose to help with strengthen the hips, actually create more flexibility in the hips. So in yin yoga, we use our pose, we stay in the pose for time. We stay at least 3 minutes, sometimes 5. So today we're doing the butterfly for 3 minutes. Sit on the edge of something if that's where your hips need support. Because if you feel your tailbones rounding under you now, unlike in the pelvic tilt, this is something that's going to cause a little bit more discomfort. And so you want to sit on the edge of something so you are in fact moving toward gravity. So you'll notice that Varsha has supported her knees with blocks. Her intention here is to be able to stay in the shape and feel a sensation on the inside of the legs. It's a more static pose. So once you have arrived at your butterfly, maybe you have a wider, diamond, maybe your feet are further out. Some of you might want to have your feet closer to your groin. Whatever it is, you want to feel a sensation on the inside of the legs or in the hips or maybe on the outside of the hips. And then if your cervical spine is all right or your lower back is all right, you're taking a forward fold, rounding your upper back, tucking your chin under and relaxing. You can turn your palms up. We're staying for 3 minutes in a posture of surrender. Geeta, you okay?
Moving to the floor.
Sure, Geeta. As long as you're okay and comfortable there, because you can also do this in a chair, sitting down and bringing the feet together. So even when you're in, menopause and you're not bleeding anymore, the body remembers. And this is a great pose to do even in, say, the PMS part of your cycle, or even while you're, on your period. It works with your kidney energy channel through the inside of the leg, the liver channel. So it's moving not just stuck energy, but it's also moving through emotions such as anger, frustration, or fear. Great idea, Carolyn. Rest your head, particularly when you are looking to soothe the nervous system. Just rest the head. If you're sitting in a chair, bring the soles of your feet together, little space and opening in the hips. Almost there. Relax the knees. In this case, in a yin practice, we don't engage the muscle, we relax the muscle. You have your cameras off. I'm hoping that you all are all still comfortable, picking the shapes that feel right. Almost done. As you prepare to come out of your shape, come out slowly, vertebra by vertebra, ever so slowly, head up last. We have two Varshas here today. Varsha, who is demonstrating for us, and Varsha, who's practicing with us. When you come out and rest completely flat. Take a mini Shavasana. With the least number of movements. Again, this is so important. So remember this when you're practicing on your own. This is when the magic of yin actually takes place, because when you release the stress you put on the body, this is when you have fresh synovial fluid rushing into the joints that we worked. You've created a little bit of a spark in the machine, so to speak. So it's moving stuck energy. It's moving congestion in the pelvic area, helping the liver to just work much better, boost your metabolism. Excellent. Good choice, Megali. We're now turning onto our stomachs to work our back, but again in a yin style. So if you want, you can turn onto your side and just watch Varsha demonstrate this for us. And Megali, if you have lots more cushions, that might be a good option for us. We're looking to create a little compression in the back, but without putting too much pressure on the abdomen. This is in your case, or anyone else who might be expecting. So what Varsha's doing right now is she's lying completely flat on her belly. And this might be the most back bend that your spine can take today. If a back bend is contraindicated for your body, then put a cushion between your belly and the mat. Now Varsha's going to move into what we call the Sphinx pose. So she's putting her elbows directly under her shoulders and taking no weight at all on the shoulders. So she's resting on her forearms, checking where her elbows feel the most comfortable, where she feels the right amount of compression in her lower back. And once she's there, she's going to either tuck her chin under to help work her thyroid, or lift her throat open if she feels like doing an up and a down with her neck instead. Especially good for hypothyroidism. She's going to release her buttocks and stay here for 3 minutes. So pick your variation. Megali, maybe cushions under your thighs and under your chest. So it gives room for your belly between the two. I don't know if you can see me. Just a little room for the belly. So you're not compressing the belly. You might need a little more height now. Yeah. I think that still looks good, Megali. When you're moving your head up and down with the inhale and the exhale for your thyroid, you can even hum on the exhale if you like. stimulate and vibrate in the throat. The rest of the body is experiencing what we call the yin, style of yoga, where it is static, passive, but you can feel a sensation. This is strengthening the discs of the spine. This is an excellent pose for, adrenal fatigue. At times you might be feeling absolute burnout. Remember, we talked about, hacks to stay calm. This is a pose you can do when you need, literally just to calm and soothe the nervous system down. Almost there. Releasing your body to the floor, relaxing completely. Okay. You notice Varsha's now slid one knee up along the mat to release her lower back. You're welcome to do the same. It's just slid one knee up along her hip. We call that the Balasana. After a few breaths there, you can switch legs. We're doing one more core strengthening exercise from where you are. You're lying on your belly. And again, if you need a variation, I can maybe give you Megali one from the tabletop. So that might feel better for you, or you want to take a break till we come to the twist, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what Varsha's going to show us is now we're building up to a more, active core engagement. This is a great pose for your back as well, to strengthen the muscles of your back. So while the Sphinx pose in the yin tradition strengthen the discs and the joints and the bone, this one is strengthening the muscles and the tissues around the back. So she's lying on her back right now, but she's going to be either resting her hand, resting her head on her hands, or she's going to put her hands behind her alongside her body and lift one leg at a time. So choose whichever you want. Do you want to cradle your head in your hands, creating a pillow with your hands? Or do you want to move your hands behind you alongside and then lift one leg at a time? But you're lifting your leg really slow so you can feel the movement coming in from the tissues connecting the lower body with the legs. So as you exhale, lift the leg up, point the toes away from you, distributing energy along your body. And this is just stage one, where you're training and toning the back muscles gently. You want to keep your hips aligned so that you're not tilting and rocking from one side to the other. If you're sitting in a chair, lift one leg up slowly, just again so that you're engaging back muscles. So we'll switch each leg and do this at least 3 times. Remember, you can have your hands in front, cushioning your head, or your hands behind you, turned down. Yeah, Bhargati. And slow movement, initiating it from that space where you can actually feel the muscles engage. Practicing these, asanas will definitely help. Us, and it doesn't mean you have to be, at a certain age or stage in your life to do the hacks. The hacks are for everybody. To teach them to your younger, to your daughters. Now, Varsha is going to add a little bit more into this, where she's moving both her hands back along her body, palms up or down, and she's lifting the legs up, both legs up now. So she might want to rest on her chin or lift her chest up as well. So this is called the locust pose. Yeah, Leena. Lift with the back muscles, lift with the legs. Engage the buttocks in this case. Really strengthen the body. Nice, notice. Only as high as you guys can feel that it's really working without you holding your breath. Couple of breaths there and then down. So some people like to hold for a count of 5, some like 7, some like 3. Come down, then go back up again for at least 2 more tries. But pause between tries. You're practicing from a chair, you're still getting the benefit of co-activation by lifting one leg up at a time. One leg up at a time. Nice, Barbara. Keep the hips level. Raise and space at the abdomen. Feel the back muscles. Nice, Meela. And relax, everybody. Enjoying the work that you just did. Relax completely. Once again, you can slide your leg up to relax your back if you like. Knee along the hip. And again, as I said earlier, this is your first yoga class. You might have been wondering, like, am I doing this right? What's going on right now? But you'll have the recording, so you can visit it again at leisure. You can reach out to us. So the reason we also picked this pose, was we wanted a see ma no hands kind of, practice. So you didn't have to worry about warming up the hands and the elbows and everything, unless of course you were doing the tabletop version. The last piece we wanted to, give you a taste for is restorative yoga. So we've done a yang form of yoga, which is the muscle engagement. We've done the yin form, which is the tissues and the softening and the more static practice. Now Varsha is going to show us a restorative twist. Geeta, you okay? So a restorative yoga is where you're completely padded up and supported and chilled. So it gives your nervous system a great opportunity to just relax. If you're doing absolutely nothing, you're only relaxing and maybe noticing and watching your breath like we did right at the start. So keep a couple of cushions close by. Maybe you want to start by lying on your left side. Knee upon knee. Relaxing the knees, one on top of the other, cushions between the knees, maybe a cushion behind your back or a bolster behind your back. Lots and lots of cushions. If you don't have too many cushions around, that's okay. You'll get an idea of how a twist can still be very, very relaxing. Now, once you're lying on your side, open up the shoulder to the opposite side. Yeah. So if you're lying on your left side, you're opening the right shoulder up and out. Yeah. You're creating a twist, but a supported twist to your body. Yeah, Lolita. Adjusting the knees as high or as low as your body needs so it keeps your lower back safe. The reason we do a twist at the end is again to neutralize the spine, to release any of that core work that we've done. So we're releasing any tightness in the belly, softening the front of the body. Yeah, Bunny. Keep checking in with your breath. Are you okay? Using this time to just think about all the women in your life. All of those men that have played a supporting, nurturing role for you as well. Think of the generations past and the generations to come. And the influence that you are in their lives will be the legacy that you leave. Coming back to the center, then onto the other side. This don't have to be too long. Sometimes if you are, if you're really busy in the day and you have time to just one pose, pick a twist or pick the Sphinx pose. Anything that helps you calm down, even out your breath. Coming back to the center to relax in your final Shavasana. So Shavasana is, it's the dead man's pose, which means you're dying to everything. You're dying to expectations, old beliefs, the need to constantly be doing something. If you can't take your Shavasana on your back, lie on your side. is your chance to just do nothing at all. Just integrate whatever lessons you've learned on the mat today. Looking at this magnificent body of ours. To embrace the imperfections of change. Reminding yourself of what made you come today, what brought you to the mat. Making one resolve of one thing you're going to change and do differently for yourself. It's that one thing. Bringing yourself out gently, wiggling your fingers, your toes, stretching the way that feels right for you. Turning to your right, staying there for a few breaths. Coming up ever so slowly to a seated position. Bringing your hands together at your heart center in gratitude. Just for this opportunity to be able to celebrate together. Celebrate ourselves and to celebrate the women that came before us. Big influences in our lives. Thank you. God bless you all.
That was a wonderful session. Thank you, Annalise and Varsha.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you very much. It was
Thank you
first class
so-
with you. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You, Annalise. You made my day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
That
I will
was
see you
lovely to
tonight.
see you.
so lovely.
I will see
Thank
you my time tonight.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you, Annalise.
Thank you. Happy
guys
Mother's
have a
Day,
very
everyone.
Happy
Bye.
Mother's Day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Annalise and Varsha, for that wonderful yoga session. It was so relaxing and rejuvenating. I think I say this on behalf of everyone. I know we are out of time, but if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Annalise and Varsha are happy to stay. And on that note, I also want to, for those who are with us still, I would love to introduce you to Purnima, our head of care, who has an important and useful announcement for all of you. Go on.
First of all, happy Mother's Day to all of you.
We're so excited that you signed up for this Mother's Day event and hope you all broke a sweat because I did. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you so much, Annalise and Varsha, for this great experience. For those of you who are not members on Myyogateacher, we have an offer for you for a 14-day free trial, as mentioned by Kanika earlier. You get 2 free one-on-one sessions, and you also get unlimited access to all the group classes on our platform. So this is a great way to start off your journey with yoga on our platform. These are with any of our teachers like Varsha and Annalise. We have like 80 plus teachers on our platform, all giving you an amazing experience. To make this process a little bit easy, you have been assigned a concierge. And as you can see, Divya and Chetna are our concierge from our team, and they will be contacting you in the next couple of days. This is to make your process easy for the 14 days that you're on our platform, to find things that you are looking for any recommendations of teachers, classes, and I hope you will all take this as an opportunity to start your yoga journey on our platform. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer you.